Hello, Limbury Tribe. It's good to see you here. Just another episode of Ask Nick. Here from Bali. I'm in Canggu at the moment. I just came from Ubud and I'm here for another week or so until I head to Thailand. I'll show you around my little view. Isn't that rice fields? It's just beautiful. I'm next to a river, so you can probably hear the river. But today I'm going to answer a question from Amanda. She's one of our new group members, and she asked the question, what kind of foods should I be eating to reduce body fat, and also how much food should I really be eating in order to get lean and balance the exercise that I do. And I do about 10 to 12 HIIT classes per week. Now, it got me thinking, why do you do 10 to 12 HIIT classes per week? By the way, if you join in this call, please say hello. Just let me know, where in the world are you from? And I see Judith is watching. Hi, Judith. Let me know where you're from. Just pop your comment, or your city or the country where you are in the world in the comments. So the question is, why are you doing 10 to 12 HIIT classes a week? I mean, unless you really love your exercise or you're a personal trainer and you actually have to do those exercises and demonstrate those exercises, why are you doing so much exercise? You really don't need to exercise that much. I mean, I know that most people live a very sedentary life. And yes, we need to be active and we need to move. And we need to move our bodies as much as possible in order for us to, keep our metabolism fast and really be healthy, have a good healthy mental state as well. But 10 to 12 classes a week is probably a bit too much. If you do one every day, or maybe even 5 days a week or 4 days a week, that will probably be enough in terms of high intensity training. Now, if you had to think of it this way, I used to train a lot, right? I used to train probably 7 days a week, and at least probably 6 of those were high intensity training sessions, because I loved it. I loved the way it made me feel, but I also was worried if I stopped doing what I was doing that I was going to gain body fat. What I didn't realize at the time is that doing that much high intensity training makes you really, really hungry. So even if you're trying to eat a healthy, trying to follow a healthy eating plan or a healthy nutrition plan or a diet or whatever you're on at the moment, if you are going to be hungry all the time, you're not going to stick to that plan, no matter how good that plan is. If you're constantly starving and you're constantly doing high intensity training, that's going to increase your cortisol levels, that's your stress hormone levels. And that's going to make you want to eat more because your body feels that it's being in a state of stress or a state of fear, that there's going to be not enough food in the world and you need to store every bit of body fat in your body just in case you run out of food or something like that happens. So what you need to think about is, what's your goal? Like, what's the outcome? Do you want to get leaner? Great. Do you want to get stronger? Great. You still don't need to do 10 sessions a week to get stronger. The best way to think about it is that if you could get the same results with less work, as opposed to doing a lot of work but getting the same results, which one would you choose? If you had 2 jobs and they both paid 100 grand a year, one job was requiring you to work 6 days a week, sometimes overtime, probably 10 hours a day, and you didn't get much of let's say you got 2 weeks of leave per year for vacation, paid vacation. And the other job, you could be flexible, work from home sometimes, you work 4 days a week, 6 hours a day, and you got 4 weeks of holiday a year. Which one would you go for? Most people would go for second option, right? Because with less work, you get the same amount of benefits. Now, if I told you that you could work out 4 days per week, or maximum 5 days per week, eat the kind of foods that you enjoy, that you love, that you don't have to restrict your food, so the type of foods that you eat or the food intake as such, which one would you choose? Would you be trying to go on a diet and train 12 days a week? Or would you choose training 4 days a week, eat 3 well-balanced meals that you really love and enjoy, carry on and get better results? So I think, again, most people will go for option number 2. And there's reason for it, because it makes more sense, right? So for you, Amanda, I would say if your goal is to get lean and you're not there yet, obviously you joined this group and you joined this community and you're asking this question because you're not at the goal and you're not at the weight, at the body that you want to have now, and you haven't got the results that you want. So I really encourage you to think about why that is. Are you overtraining? Is that causing excess strain on your body and excess stress for your body? A lot of my clients, when I start working with them privately, I see that they're training all the time. They're doing all these cardio classes and then strength classes and just try to do as much as they can, and they're not getting anywhere. In fact, they're actually gaining more fat, especially around the stomach area, especially around the midsection, that's becoming so difficult for women to lose. It's because your body is stressed. It's overproducing cortisol and stress hormones, and it's keeping you fat or keeping you storing fat. So in my programs, I balance things in a way that your body is actually not stressed. Your body doesn't think that you're running out of food. Your body doesn't think that you have to train 10 sessions a week in order to get results. We balance the food and the exercise in order for people to be able to train 4 days a week and still get the same results as someone that trains 10 sessions a week. I'm running a case study group right now for the Ultimate Lean Body System, which is a 6-month mentoring program. And the girls that are coming out of that first phase of the program, which is a 10-day detox, are looking amazing. And we haven't done any exercise or any type of training in these 10 days apart from yoga and walking. Now, that's something to think about, and that's something to consider when it comes to the amount of exercise that you do and the amount of training that you do and the kind of foods that you eat. If you want to know about the foods that you should be eating for a flatter stomach or for a leaner body, download my free bloating cheat sheet. I'll tell you all about what are the foods to avoid, what are the foods to eat to reduce body fat and to reduce bloating and get a healthier body. So you can actually download that from my Lean Body Tribe Facebook group. If you're not in there, just send me a message and I will hook you up and make sure you get in there as soon as possible. This was another episode of Ask Nick. If you have any questions, please pop them in the Facebook group. I'd love to answer your questions. I'd love to help you as much as possible. And if you get any questions about the case study group or any of the programs I'm running, just leave a comment below or send me a message and I'll get straight back to you. See you in the next one.